What up, what up, what up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to do a review of the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 9, Episode 11. So if you haven't seen Episode 11 of Season 9 of Real Housewives of Potomac, turn this video off and go watch the episode, and then come back and watch this video. And please like the video, subscribe to my channel. It's a simple, free, easy, anonymous way to support my channel. It takes less than 5 seconds to do. If you want to support Black entrepreneurship or whatever this is called, Black content creation, like and subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to help. I'm not a public speaker. I will tend to fumble my words and say and so and like 1,000 times. I may stop to regain my thoughts. I may slow my speaking down to regain my thoughts. I'm going to definitely be looking at my notes that I take throughout the show. Anything I say is my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. Yeah, comment below what you would grade this week's episode, what you thought of it. If it's anything that I leave out or forget or I'm off on, please let me know in the comments. Difference of opinions are welcomed in the comments. And yeah, I like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. This episode was cute. The little Love Lagoon scene at the end saved it. It was cute. It made me laugh. I'm gonna give this episode a B minus. It was a good episode. Maybe I'll change it at the end of this review. Maybe I won't. We'll see. Last chance. The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 9, Episode 11. If you have not seen it, please turn this video off so you don't get any spoilers. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so let's get into it. The episode begins with this scene. Stacey, Giselle, and Karen meet for lunch. And Giselle and Stacey are asking Karen about her Love Lagoon party that she's throwing, which is what we get at the end of this episode. And Karen's basically explaining it's a love party, and they show clips to back when she threw the last one, and how these couples play games and whatnot. So she's like, it's just a good time, drinks, games, whatever the case may be. So Stacey's like, TJ's, he's coming back for the party. And Giselle's like, and she's like, he's in LA. He should be back later for the party. And Giselle asks Stacey if TJ comes to Potomac for work. And Stacey's like, no, he works mostly in LA, or he works out of state or something. And she's like, he comes to Potomac when he has downtime. So Giselle and Karen are like, well, he might have a whole nother life out there in LA, making suggestions and assumptions, trying to put shit into Stacey's head, along with basically telling Stacey to keep her options open. But they say it and like, we want you to get more penis. Penis. So the next scene, Wendy has all the ladies meet up at this boutique to shop. Jazzy isn't there. And I realized the woman, Vivian, I thought she was going to be more in the show, but I guess she's not, because I know I did an introduction of her on my first episode of the season, and I talked about first impressions or whatever, but we don't see her that much. But I thought she was going to be on the show, but yeah, we don't get a lot of Vivian. So they meet up at this boutique to shop, and Jazzy's not there, but everyone else is. And, Wendy announces that she wants them to go. She says, we're all doing well for ourselves in our lives, or we're all going through new chapters in our lives or something like that. So she wants them to take a trip to Panama in South America. And everybody's excited except for Kiana. She's like, I like to go to the actual spots in Europe. I don't even remember what she said. I was just like, Kiana, what? Panama, it seems, why are you hating on Panama? So Mia, she tells Wendy and Ashley that she's going to secretly invite Jacqueline to Karen's love party. And I was like, here Mia go, being messy ass Mia. But then Mia goes up to Karen, and she's like, Gordon won't be able to make it to the party. I doubt if she even asked Gordon. She's like, Ink won't be able to make it as well. I was wondering if I could bring Jacqueline. And Karen's like, hell no. She's like, no, I'm not bringing her into my home, into my safe space, whatever the case may be. So, Mia's like, well, is it okay if I come alone? So, Mia then goes up to Jacqueline and she's like, I did ask Karen if you could come to the love party. She said no. And Jack was like, that's fine. I don't want to be there anyway. Which is funny because why did you show up then? But I don't put it past Mia to tell her, Mia Messy ass probably told her to still come. So then we get the scene at Kiana's place. Kiana is basically filling her brother and her boyfriend in on the Panama trip. And she mentions the fact that Ashley, Stacy, and Mia are all getting divorced. And this when her boyfriend asks her, is it because of the show? So he has a lot of concerns about me because she's in her confession like, well, yes, he is okay with being on TV. He did submit. He did. What's the word? He did commit to being on television, but I just feel like it's probably all new to him. He just probably don't want their relationship to teeter because of the show. Because he probably seen a lot of reality shows where people's marriages and relationships go downhill because of reality TV. Specifically on this show as well. So, he's like, is it because of the show? And then they go into her room, watch her pack, and her brother's asking them about babies and marriage and whatever. So then we get this scene. Stacy, she goes to like tea and sweets for. She goes out for tea and sweets with her Aunt Pam, who she says she considers a sister because they're around the same age, even though that's her aunt. So she tells her Aunt Pam about her separation, and her aunt's telling her that she needs a time limit on finalizing her divorce, that she don't want to just be dragging it along. As long as it ain't as long as Ashley's or Kenya Moore's, from what I see on reality TV, it seems like divorces take a long ass time. I don't know why, but when I see on reality TV, it seems like it be taking a long time for people to get divorced. So Stacy then tells Pam about her dating TJ or seeing TJ. She more's like, it's my best friend. She does tell her that they're not sleeping together, but she doesn't mention the fact that TJ is celibate. She's just like, I feel like if we sleep together, I'd lose myself. And I'm just like, you wouldn't be able to sleep with him anyway. He don't want to sleep with you. He don't want to sleep with nobody. You acting like you have that option. Talking about somebody, I feel like I sleep with him, I'm gonna lose myself. So her aunt is like, I feel like that's good that you guys haven't slept together. You need to take things one at a time. She tells her, at least finalize your divorce. She's like, has he met your daughter? And she's like, in passing because his daughter has met everybody at his work, at his job. At her job. Her daughter has met everybody at her job. So she's like, he's met her in passing. But, the aunt's like, I don't feel like it's a big deal that y'all haven't slept together. You should be taking things slow, whatever the case may be. But she didn't tell her aunt that he was celibate. So I found that interesting. Yeah, so then we get this scene. Giselle is on a date with the guy that she met at the speed dating. I might butcher this man's name. I got to hear it a couple more times. I feel like it's Namsa. So she starts asking them random questions. Tupac or Biggie, Michael Jordan or LeBron. I'm just like, it was weird. She's talking about, are you a criminal? Have you ever been to jail? And she in her confessional talking about something. I need a guy that gets she said something. I need a guy that she said, she didn't say get smart with me. She said something else. And I was just like, girl, then you gonna get that guy and you ain't gonna like that guy. I forgot what she said. So they get up and they do some salsa dancing. At least Giselle know herself, because she was in the confessional like, he wanted to take me on a date dancing, and he must not know who he asked to go out dancing. And I was like, at least she know. Giselle ass can't dance for shit. And they showed her, a montage of her ass dancing, not dancing with dancing with no rhythm. So Karen and Ray's little Love Lagoon party begins. Giselle and Namsa are riding with Ashley and Josh. And, Giselle got to throw some shade in there. She's like, Karen is our most seasoned friend. And Ray is even more seasoned. But then Ashley's like, I'm going to be a little protective over you, Josh. And Giselle's like, I'm not. It's like, no, I'm going to be protective over you, Namsa. And I'm just like, I don't know. They both talking about they not going to let nobody bother their dates at the party. So we get this final scene at Karen's place, the Love Lagoon party. So everybody begins to arrive. Mia is there alone. I'm just like, why would you want to come? I mean, Giselle does it all the time, but why would you want to come to a couple's event by yourself? I would rather sit it out because it's awkward. I mean, I guess unless you make it awkward. So, Karen meets Namsa and Josh for the first time and gives her take on them in her confessional. She says, Namsa won't last long with Giselle. And she says Josh looked like a missing boy on a milk carton. I was like, I mean, of course Karen was going to say something. Wendy calls Josh Jack Harlow. Eddie's telling them, you got to say it's vanilla, baby. I thought that was funny. So the couples, they sit down to play a game. Mia points out it's her first time seeing Giselle with a man since they met. And Giselle's like, get into it. And I was like, damn, so she never... I was like, oh, so she never seen Giselle with a dude. So they start playing a couples game called Turn Up the Heat. And the first question is, do you think that your partner has ever cheated? So Ray's like, he doesn't think that Karen has ever cheated. And Karen just smirking off to the side. And I don't know if it's the way they edited it or not, but Karen doesn't even answer when he says that. And then it's just like awkward silence. And, people in their confessionals like, Karen, like, come on now, Karen. And then, they show the clips of people bringing up Blue Eyes, Sharice, and Robin. And I was just like, damn, if that's, hopefully it's the way they edited it, because Karen did not say a damn thing when he said that. So, Stacy then brings up when she went out to lunch with Karen and Giselle that they said that, TJ might be out in LA doing his own thing. So Giselle's like, well, you two, Stacy and TJ, you guys aren't even a real couple, so the question doesn't even apply to you. And TJ's like, yeah, I agree. And it's just like, this nigga, stand by your woman. Fuck what Giselle talking about. So Stacy turns to TJ, she's like, are you sleeping with anybody in LA? And this nigga's talking about something, yeah, my Bugs Bunny that's on my bed. And I'm just like, he's just a cornball. Like, that's what they gotta realize. That he's just a cornball, and that's what Stacy's into. She's not into niggas with a little more swagger or a little more, in Giselle's case, criminal records and shit. She's not into that. So if that's what she into, we like it. I mean, she like it, we love it type shit. But I still don't like TJ because of the way he talks to her. Like, if that's the way you gonna act when she step away for something like that, then that's not the nigga you need to be talking to. So Giselle, she tells TJ, we did tell Stacy that she needs to get out there and experience some more penises. And TJ's like, well, if that's the advice you guys are giving her, then I don't even remember what the hell he said. He just said some corny shit that wasn't even like in defense of himself. It was just like, okay. So Jazzy then turns to her fiance and she's like, I feel like there's a possibility that you could be cheating. And it's just like, ooh. I mean, she basically calling out what they've been saying back when she first told them about the story about the babies and all that. They're assuming he was cheating on you because the timeline's not adding up with the babies. So he says that, anything that happened, it was prior to them getting back together. He's like, so he hasn't cheated on her. And everybody just like, them babies though. Them babies. So, Nia's like, I will speak on behalf of Gordon because we're still married. I'm just so annoyed. I'm like, why'd you even come? You just wanted to be in the mix. Mixy ass. Remember Mixies from Black Ink? If you know, you know. But, so she's like, I don't think Gordon has ever cheated on me. So then all the ladies are like, And then they show the clip back when Mia was talking about how they had a threesome. And Mia's like, well, I was in the room and I allowed him to do it, so it's not considered cheating. So she clears that. I mean, it's not considered cheating. If she's sitting in the room letting him do it, that's not considered cheating. So, but she does admit to cheating on Gordon, which we already knew. And Stacey's like, so we're just gonna swing on past that. She's at one point she's like, it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. God damn it. I love Stacey's commentary. She's funny, man. She's funny. So she's a good addition to the show, man. She's funny. So they asked the next question, are you more dominant or submissive in the bedroom? Everybody basically calls Mia out. They're like, well, we already know you the dominant one. And Mia's like, well, with Gordon, I was thinking I was the dominant one, but Ink likes to choke me out, so I guess he's the more dominant one. And it's just like, why are we asking Mia? Mia should be getting skipped because her spouse is not here to speak for themselves. Her spouse is. So Karen says the confessional. DJ Applebox got to jump on 12 apple boxes to choke her out. To reach her to choke her. I was crying. Even Giselle said something about, of course he got to choke you because that's the only way he can reach you. Or something. I was just like, bruh. They funny as hell keep talking about this man height. It's hilarious. But the height difference is crazy. So, Stacey says, I'm dominant. And here goes TJ, just because we ain't sleeping together doesn't mean you're ever going to be more dominant than me. And Stacey's like, ooh, it's getting hot in here. That's probably the only sexy related thing he done ever said to her. So she probably did get turned on by that. That's probably the only thing. Kiana, before she even asked that question, she was like, oh, TJ, this is right up your alley. You're going to get some insight with this question. So then they go to Ray and Karen, and Ray's like, in the beginning, Karen was dominant. She used to tear me up. And I was like, I got to marry this woman. So I was like, okay, Ray's just a funny guy. And then you hear Ashley's date Josh. She's like, this guy, I love this guy. And Ashley's like, yeah, Ray, we love Ray. Not all the time. Y'all be trying to come for Ray sometimes. So then Giselle tells Ray, Karen told us that she retired her mouth, so we just want to know, do you want her to come out of retirement? And Ray's like, absolutely. He's like, absolutely. Even though I doubt they even doing any freaky deaky, like, I don't know. I mean, they could be, but it's just like, who even wants that image in their head of Karen and Ray doing the nasty? Like, we don't need to see it. I don't even care if Karen retired her mouth. But it was funny because Ray's like, absolutely. So then all of a sudden, this random dog is in the yard, and Wendy's like, Karen, do you have a dog? And Karen's like, no. And the dog's pooping, and then we see Jacqueline walking up, and of course we're going to see in the next episode her with the 8 balloons for the 8 citations that Karen has, being messy. And like I said, I feel like, Jacqueline, you act like you didn't care to come, and you didn't care that you wasn't invited, but then you showed up anyway. But I also feel like it was Mia that put the battery in her back and told her, come anyways, it'll be funny, or it won't be that big of a deal. And plus she sat there and told Wendy and Ashley at the boutique that she was secretly inviting Jacqueline. So I feel like this was both a plan that they both had set up together to do this to Karen because, they like being shady and they still feel a way. Mia probably still feel a way about Karen doing what she did earlier in previous episodes. So that's just my assumption. But I would still grade this episode a B- because this whole little Love Lagoon couples game that they played was funny. It saved the episode in my opinion. It was funny. We got to hear some stuff I got a little insight on them a little more. It was just funny. And they bought their little, and then Ashley and Giselle bought their little dates. It may have been solo, which is crazy. But yeah, I would still give it a B-. I didn't get to see a clip for next episode, but like I said, we see Jacqueline gonna come with those 8 balloons, so that's gonna be a whole thing. Mind you, y'all remember Wendy said something about, I don't want to say I inspire the girls, and they show a video, a picture, they show a flashback of her birthday venue and comparing it to the way Karen had her Love Lagoon thing set up. And then they had the little mermaids in the water. I thought that was funny, cute in a way. But those are my little thoughts or whatever for this episode and the episodes to come. Comment below what you would grade this week's episode and what you thought of it. And if I left anything out, was off on anything, let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe to the channel. If you sat here for 21 minutes and watched this review, you can take 5 seconds out your time and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. It's anonymous, it's free, it's the easiest way to help support Black content creation. So if you want to support, help me get over 300 subscribers, which isn't even a lot. That isn't even breaking the mold. But if you want to help by doing that, just like and subscribe. So comment below, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching this review, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.